Hi everybody. Today we're going to do a quick video about the curing times for concrete statues. That's one of the questions I get asked most is how long do I need to cure a statue specifically before it can be painted. The quick answer is there is no actual specified time. It can vary too much depending on weather, the ingredients used, how much water you use in the mix. But I'll show you just a quick visual thing you need to look for to know when your concrete is cured enough that you can paint it. So I'm going to take a piece out of the mold so you can see a fresh one. So I'll do this real quick. Okay, so straight out of the mold you can see how the piece is a bit dark, green. It still has moisture in it. It needs to cure. This was just cast yesterday. I just made it yesterday. It sat overnight. It would be unwise to paint it now because the paint's just not going to last on it. There's too much moisture still being released, some minerals from the concrete itself. So this needs to cure. So I would leave this to the side. Quick tip on curing: if you take a statue like this right out of the mold and put it in hot direct sun, make sure to wet it a couple times during the day, the first day or so. You want to slow down that curing process. Hot sun will cure it too fast and will weaken the cement to where it can actually get surface cracks. So just keep that in mind in the direct sun. But in this case, I'm just going to put it on a shelf here in my dark workshop, so it'll be fine. Now, in comparison, here's a piece that I took out of a mold about 2 days ago. And if you look at it, now it's not filled or anything yet, so it's still a little rough, but you can see it's still curing. It's kind of patchy. You get little lighter areas, some of the dark areas. It is still in the process of curing. So this would not be ready to paint at this point. It would still need some time. This, however, is a piece that came out, I'm going to say, a couple weeks ago. If you look at it, it's pretty much now all fairly uniform. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera here, but it's all fairly dry looking and uniform. There's no wet looking areas on it. That would be ready to paint. And of course, if you've seen my other tips about painting, I start by wetting the piece first and then doing the base coat so that the concrete will act a bit like a sponge and soak that first coat of paint into the pores a little bit, making a much stronger and longer lasting paint finish. But that's really it. You just need to learn to look at the difference between a green piece, a piece that's not quite cured, and when they're ready. When they're ready, generally I would say a week to 2 weeks tops is all it should take for an item to be ready to be fully cured and ready to be painted. And then of course, then you can do stuff like this. Do your paint finishes. Again, I use acrylic latex paints, but these things, solid concrete just like these, and it makes a huge difference, and you get a lot higher price when you go to sell them when they're painted like that. So I hope that answers the question. Again, no actual time frame I can give you. Just learn the look of the unpainted concrete, what you need to look for, so that you can tell. You can even tell by touching this one. It's still cool and it has a bit of moisture to the touch, where when they're cured they should feel dry, and you'll see by experience just how it is. Just make sure it's not blotchy like this one, because that means it's still in the curing process. You don't want to paint it while it looks like that. Hope to have another video soon with some more painting tips. Until then, see you next time.